Hi, I'm Camille.
And I'm Gretchen. And did you see the gum in her mouth when
No,
she said hi?
No.
We're back home beauties.
Yeah, that's right. And I will not chew, I promise. It's put away.
She's our cardinal rule with any kind of television work. You don't
care.
have to. But that's okay, Camille. We don't care because it's back home and we can do whatever that we want.
We're in the time of our lives. And I think if you hit menopause... there's a I don't care club. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I started and I want to be the president.
I know. I mean,
because
we
started
have a
this
chapter
conversation.
in Utah.
We started this conversation last week.
Yeah.
And we were like, I do not care.
I don't care. If I have gum in my mouth because I want gum in my mouth when I'm on TV, I don't care.
I do not care.
I will do things in public that I have never ever done before in my life. And when people say to me, well, what if, I'll go in places, I'll walk where I'm not supposed to walk, and they're like, no, we can't. There's rules. And I'm like, what are they going to do to me? What are they going to do to me?
Do you dig your underwear out in public?
Well, I have had to before. And, if I don't have sometimes my thong, I do not care to wear a thong every day of my life anymore. Let's just be straight about that. Because it rides. It kind of, and then I'm sitting there with clients all day. And
Where else is it riding? It's supposed to ride. Where is it going?
Sometimes it's too tight. I'm going to be honest with you. If sometimes it gets a little tight.
You know what the problem with some thongs?
They shrink.
No, well, yeah. But here's the deal. If they're going to make that little tiny butt line so small that it's like a dental floss, no.
My point.
But then if they make it too wide, then it's like, or the lace.
Oh, no.
If it's cheap lace and it's stiff.
It's brittle. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm in the I don't care. And if I go home and I'm not taking a shower tonight, I don't care. I sometimes get home and there is no bra all weekend long because I don't care anymore. I'm hitting that moment. If it's too hot.
That's why she pees in her yard, y'all.
Well, maybe that's it. Because I have never in my lifetime ever just F it, man. I just
She just whips the barn door open and urinates all over her beautiful grass. Then she just wipes herself with the towel, just lays back down. No big deal.
She's going to keep that going. She's going to rub this in. The one thing I do, because I say I do not care. It's just, you get to a point sometimes, I have done my hair and my makeup thousands and thousands of times, right? And sometimes I'm like, what if I just didn't today?
I know.
I'm kind of hitting it. I don't care. Would you? But I don't want to leave the house looking like.
I know. I don't have
looking
it
like
in
I don't
me.
care.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm now at a place that I'm like, you know what?
Not full makeup.
No. And even like Aaron will come home and after, like I'm home already and he'll come home and I've already had my shower and my face is all washed off and I've got like layers of stuff. I do not care.
I do not care.
I do not care. I have also realized, you know what? I am literally wearing clothes that I've had for generations. I do not care.
No.
I had to do a commercial shoot this week and I had to bring all these colors and I realized, oh my gosh, y'all, I've had these things in my wardrobe for like 20 years.
Same. I have underwear that's more comfortable than my thong, and I will put those on, and I don't care. They're granny. They're granny.
No, Camille, you're not wearing granny undies.
I am at the point, I am into comfort. And so, again, my hair is up. I pull my hair up. I wash my face. Bras off. I'm in T-shirt, and I'm in granny panties. Do
you wear shorts, or are you just wearing the panties and a T-shirt?
Just panties.
Y'all, she does not care.
I don't care. I have had it. I am done with caring. So I'm just like, and when you hit menopause, when that hot flash hits you, you're like, anything, get me relief. And so when she's like, I'm turned down the air, I'm like, no, you ain't, bitch. I don't care about you. I care about my pass out.
We have been in restaurants before. We sit down and Camille's like, she's got the menu. Oh my gosh. Manager.
I do. I'm like, please, you have got women over 50 in here. You know that
raise
they
your
need.
hand if you're understanding this.
I'm traveling with a fan nowadays. I'm like, I'm carrying that sucker
Do you
through
have
the
like
airport.
one of those battery ones?
I do, and I don't care. I don't care if it's like, I'm blowing on myself. People look at me like, I don't care. I'm getting to that point. I just don't care if they look at me anymore. How about that?
Do you know how I am at the restaurant now?
How?
I want my dessert first. Because I don't care.
Yeah. We need to do that. Just say, you know what? Bring that dessert. Give me the dessert.
You remember Rocks?
I remember Rocks.
Okay, so
Loved Rocks.
We had a producer on a TV show that we worked on, and She passed away, but she loved Cheesecake Factory, and she would always order her cheesecake first because she wanted to make sure she had room for it.
I love her.
You know, and I'm like, huh.
She's got something.
Yeah.
Well, and even like being size whatever. I mean, look, menopause is no joke, y'all. Okay, it just isn't.
We are establishing that very clearly.
It is just something you don't always have control over your body. I'm just gonna tell you that. And sometimes
Depends
Depends, like you're wearing Depends now?
No, but you know what? When you say you don't have control over your body,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody consciously wants to wear Depends.
Nope. No, who would want that? Adult diapers. Who would want that? But I'll tell you, if I have to stand in line way too long, or if I'm going to the DMV and that damn line is how many people, I will put a panty liner in. I just will. You know why?
Are you going to piss through that?
Well, no. But it's like if I'm standing there, I got to hold it. And I've had my coffee. Okay, I have to pee 3 times to get that coffee out of me. And with clients, I'm like, time out. I know you got 10 more minutes with me.
I got to go back to the panty liner. What are you doing, Camille?
Well, no, if you know a little bit is starting to come out and I feel like I'm going to drip, I ain't going to have it.
She's still suffering from ayahuasca. Yes, she is. She's like,
I didn't have any.
There's a hole that it's got to come out of, and I'm at the DMV and I can't help it. Right?
Now, it's just sometimes like, you got to go.
Do you know what one time? Well, I had one of my kids that had diapers.
Yep.
They were clearly in diapers. And I could not get... Now, I've got 3 kids strapped in a car seat.
Oh,
so
dear.
You're kind of like, you can't take all of them out. Y'all, you know what I did? I pulled over and I put one of their diapers on and peed.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now
I thought that was resourceful.
Well, that is actually... how many moms have done that?
Well, here's the problem.
Moms,
it wasn't a diaper that could really hold a full urine
bladder
of an adult, but it took the edge.
Okay, so you just got the edge off.
Which is what your panty liners are doing.
Here's a confession. I have been traveling, and I have to pee. And I'm like, oh, no. And so I have had an empty, big gulp cup. And I have had to use that. I did. And look, you see truckers.
I know.
They put that in their hose in there, and they've got, they put their hose in. And so
Jar.
They got their own. So I've had to pull over and use my cup. And then I poured it on the side of the road. Yes, I left it there.
Well,
it was not going to go in my car with me.
Going to appreciate that.
Or the rain will get it. I didn't care.
I know.
I didn't care.
I know. You know what? And there's urine all over our world, y'all.
Oh, it's the truth.
Maybe not from humans, but there is urine all over the world.
Sometimes in my bathroom up here, and these women that I go to the bathroom with, sometimes they don't care. I mean, I'm like, don't leave that smell
Here's
here.
some things that you should care about, though. Oh. You should care if you're going to splatter on the seat.
Yes. Clean it.
You should care to put the doilies down before you ever sit down. You should care about that.
I carry my own. I do care about that. I do care about that.
I know you do. I know you do. You should care to wash your hands before you eat.
Amen.
Especially
and after you potty.
Yes. Common sense. But here's the deal. If you're going to go and have Mexican food and you've got your chip basket there and it's a communal chip basket, y'all wash your hands.
That's right.
Please.
That's right. And don't lick your fingers. Ugh. That is one of my peeves. Because as soon as, I had a client here yesterday, and he said, can I have some gum? Sure. And the little thing was already open in the icebreakers, but he wants the big tub thing open. So he tears up the paper.
Does he put his finger in there?
He was doing this. And I just said,
you can have it.
I did. I gave that. I said, you can have that. You can have that. I'm not going to have.
How about this? You know the big things at Costco, like the snacky things, right?
Yep.
And they come in a big kind of a little jar, and you take them to the break room at a place of work, and people put their hands in there.
I ain't gonna eat that.
You should care not to do that, y'all.
So this is helping me because I was going through a little bit. I need some therapy about this because I'm starting to hit them more. I just don't care mode. I do care about that.
You do.
I do care about my gum being.
I know.
Goobied.
No, you're not. You're not filthy.
I'm not a pig bitch.
Well. Hey now.
I'm not a pig bitch,
Here's the deal, y'all. We do these photos before the podcast ever start, and I'm like this. Okay, Camille, I need you to be like sassy because I'm the one that does the post,
Look
and
ugly.
she's like this.
Oh yeah. Oh girl.
And I'm like this.
Yeah. I just don't have a big tongue like that, though.
She's like, I just don't care to make a face. I just don't care.
I don't care.
What about this? Do you care? Because I still care about this, y'all. Oh, she's got to get her.
I'm starting to cry. I'm laughing.
Got her dear Q-tip.
Stop it.
I will not wear stretched out bras. Like if they're not holding up the girls.
Yeah.
If the back is so hijacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been going through my bra drawer lately, and I'm like, I know it's still pretty. Like I know I didn't give it its worth, but here's the thing: air alone will disintegrate. Disintegrate. I knew that didn't sound right.
Yeah, I got
Disintegrate elastic.
It does.
Think about a woman's swimsuit, y'all. We got one season.
That's it.
So if you ever have a man in your life that's like, why do you need a new one? Why?
It doesn't
because
hold.
it falls apart in the
That's
drawer.
Right. That's right.
I don't have to wear it. I can wash it in Woolite and hang it up. Never ever abuse that thing, and it can.
That's right.
Can go crazy in it.
That's right.
Over winter.
And even underwear
and that I care.
I care about that. But even elastic underwear that's crunchy elastic, you know, when it's been
it's rotted.
That you just throw it away. I do care. I do throw that away. But I'm just to the point with some things I just don't care.
What about with people? What do you not care about with people?
If they judge me. If they want to judge me, if I waiter, you know, if I'm like, oh no, and I want it this way. Like if I have a friend that goes to dinner with me, like, and I'm like giving instruction, I want, sweet potato, but everything on the side because I don't want all that sugar all over it. So just put everything on the side, and then I do want, mustard on the side.
Texas Roadhouse.
I do side dishes, and she's like, oh yeah, and she is high maintenance. So I don't care that I'm high maintenance, for real. You know what I'm not going to care about? Here's what I'm afraid of. Here's my fear. I'll get that finger out of my face. I know. She's like, get your finger out. I see some of my elderly friends, and they are invisible. We go somewhere, and they literally stand there, and people walk in front of them. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I am not going to be that bitch that just lets someone walk all over me. So people are afraid of me.
She got her cane.
People are afraid of me, and I don't care. I don't care.
I know.
I was in a restaurant, and I said to the waiter, I was with a man, and I said, are you more afraid of him or me? And he said, you. I mean, didn't even take a breath. He said, you. I'm like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I've only seen you mad, I think, twice in all the years I've known you.
But I am fierce.
And so Camille and I have enjoyed separately, but there's a series on Paramount called Landman.
I love that.
With what's his bucket?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, he plays such a good character.
Good actor.
But Aaron and I were watching it. I said he is fierce about his family.
Yeah, me too.
He is fierce about his family. You are fierce about your friends. You are fierce about your family.
People I love. Yeah. And some clients.
Yeah.
I will fight a battle, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't care if I look like a mean bitch. I can be. That you should know me. Yeah.
I know over the years as a single mom, when I've been at sporting events that my kids have been in, and some adult is trashing my kid,
no.
Like say they're playing basketball. That was a foul. I'll be like in their face like, excuse me? Excuse me? Are you talking about that 12-year-old kid down there?
Yeah.
Really? You're yelling at him?
Right.
You know, Cade was playing in a game. My son is 28, right? Yeah. He was playing in a game. Oh, he's 29 now. But there was a mom. This is City League basketball, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not pro.
There was some mom that was hollering at Cade, give him a tech, give him a tech. Look, did you see what he did? And Cade finally turns around, he looks up in the stands, and he goes, really, woman?
Good for him.
What
Good for
doing?
him. Yeah,
you know? So then he looks at the son of her, and he's like, is that your mom?
Yeah.
And the son was like, Mom!
Good. Yeah, shut her up. I'll tell you, I have been at Little League games, just watching little kids play and stuff that are family. And some of these kids, I've seen a father literally screaming at his son on the mound.
No.
And you can do better than that. What are you doing? Focus. He's like letting him have it. And I'm watching the mom and the stepdad just kind of go, no. And I'm the one that are, shut up. Can't you see you're making him cry? Shut up. And he goes, zip it. I'm like, I'm not going to zip it. I'm just going to get louder. I'm going to get real louder.
Do not you, no.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, but I start those things. What I'm saying, I mean, I almost started a brawl. I almost started a brawl because I'm like,
proud of that, Camille.
He's a bully.
Yeah, you don't do children that way.
And then guess what else I did?
Oh, this is gonna be good, y'all. I can feel it.
Well, he's a bully. He's got a record, and he's the coach. I do not think so. I am not okay with children being, coached by people that should not be with children. I'm just going to say that.
Yes.
He's got an animal abuse charge against him. He's got a domestic violence against him. And I just had to do a little grammar request. And I'll tell you what, I have got a packet. I have put together a packet.
And who are you giving it to?
Well, the league. The league has got it. And so they are looking at him and they're taking him off as coach. Guarantee you that. This guy is an a-hole.
Okay.
And I'm not okay with him hurting children. See,
No.
I've seen parents scream at their kids in the store, and I'm like, whoa, I do. I can't handle it.
I know. I'm
You've
the same
seen
way.
me.
No,
You've seen me.
I'm that way too. I'm just like,
She's seen me.
wait,
Some child was
Can I
being
help
needed.
you? Like,
Me
don't
their
tell
mom.
me how to parent. No, I am.
You're in public abusing your child.
I am. And if you're doing this in public, you have, whatever. That's a whole other subject. So we will not tolerate that. If y'all are going to misbehave,
I do care
if y'all going to misbehave around Back Home Beauties, we're going to call you out.
Don't be hurting kids around me, y'all.
Don't be hurting animals. Don't be hurting kids.
Because I will say something.
Do you pick your teeth in public?
You know, I try not to, but sometimes I do.
What does that mean to you? Like, do you get out the full-on floss?
No,
or do you just,
I have my little pick, but it's more
you
like
got a whole satchel full of.
Well, I do have.
Y'all, she's been carrying around that same thing for about 10 years. It's the same one. It stinks like you.
Stop it! Stop it!
It has boob sweat on it.
Shut up! I have a little bra pocket, but no. Of course I replace it every morning or whatever. I throw it away. I throw it away. I have more in my purse, girl. I have my stash,
I know.
but I try not to because I think it is kind of like gross. But I floss my teeth every time.
You know what I do care about? I do care.
I do care have stuff in my teeth.
I know you are very orally clean.
I'm very oral sanitized. I'm sanitized.
Her orals holes are always clean.
My orifices are clean. That sounded terrible. I care about my orifices.
We're only talking about this one, Camille. I don't know about the other ones. I'm not that kind of friend.
I don't care if you're judging me for
I
that
don't
either.
care.
I
do not care.
I don't care.
I don't appreciate women that smack gum, or men that smack gum.
No, I don't love that either.
I do not. You know what? You and Aaron are real similar. Y'all will put gum in your mouth, and you never chew it.
I don't.
It's just like it's like a dryer sheet in your mouth for your breath.
Yeah, that's right. Because I don't ever have bad breath. I mean, and if I do, you better.
I tease it.
Oh, you better say dumpster. Throw me a minute. I'll catch it. It's a thing for me. So I do care about hygiene.
No, you do.
Hygiene and good manners.
You are very, and you're very,
hygienic.
You're organized. Like there are some things you do care about, but you should see, y'all. You should see Camille's. You should see Camille's
my stash
walk-in
room.
closet.
My stash room. I call it my vault. Yeah, it's got
It is organized hoarder.
Here's what it is. It's my only extra room in the house, y'all. So it's a combination of my makeup table in my makeup room, my prescriptions, my supplements, and my extra clothes. So I've got clothes rack. I just need a couple of extra rooms.
It's like a swap meet in her house.
That's right.
And I will tell you this. You know what this woman does? She about gives it all away.
I do.
It is literally, it is storage for those in need.
It's true. I got supplements. I buy bulk, and so I'll get multivitamins.
Seriously, how many times a week do I text you and say, "Here's the symptom. What do I need?"
Yeah, what do I take? Oh, I don't know, once or twice, or today we did a few. But But I research this stuff. I want all natural.
And honestly, you know what? When I was going through my cancer, like you had extra things that helped me out that my medical team did not offer.
Oh, that's
the weed was amazing. I'm teasing. I don't do that stuff.
I can't stand the stink. I just cannot do that.
Y'all, I don't like the smell of vape stuff.
No.
I hate the smell of anything that has to do with weeds, whether it's in a gummy or whatever. I could not sleep during chemo. I don't mean during chemo. I mean like
after the good nights.
The 9 months that I was doing that, sleeping was really hard because when you go through chemo, you have bone pain.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I was at the place that I couldn't even sleep through Ambien. I couldn't sleep through anything.
I remember that.
So I had a friend of mine. They're like, you know what? Would you like to try a gummy? And I'm like, what's it gonna taste like? What's it gonna taste like? And they're looking at me like, girl, you've tried everything. I could hit you really hard and maybe knock you out. But anyway, I tried one. I couldn't stand the taste.
See.
I could not stand the taste because it smelled like it smells.
Oh, see, I can't.
It tastes like it smelled. Yeah.
I do.
So, what about things in your home
that I don't care about anymore?
Yeah.
I do want, look, the toilets are clean. I mean, it's sanitized. But I don't care to get it done so fast. I'm like in more of an attitude of, Because I'm like, I hate rushing anymore. I'm so sick of rushing and hurrying to get things done. I'm just more, I'm going to do that later. I'm going to give myself a breather.
Yeah.
I'll catch up with it. I have it. Everything's getting done, but I'm just not putting pressure on myself anymore.
Do you know, I grew up in a house where if you made yourself something to eat, you could not sit down and enjoy it until the kitchen was clean.
Oh.
Yeah, and so consequently, your food got cold. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to. I'm getting so much better at it. But I'll make something and I'll look at the kitchen. And I'll be like, meh.
Yeah. Give it a minute.
Right.
I still am guilty of. I mean, truly, things are cleaned up, put away, and then I stand to eat. Now, this is a bad habit. I realize that. But I don't like my chairs, and sometimes they cut the circulation off of my feet. So I just stand to eat. I do.
Speaking of circulation, my head is throbbing. These things are tight.
They're a little pinchy.
Look at the time. We have to go.
Oh,
we
and I
have
don't care.
to go, and I care.
Don't care.
I care.
Well, we got to go, but anything you don't care about anymore, like you're like, I just
put it in the
don't care.
comments.
Yeah, let us know.
And we don't want to don't be super negative. We just want to know about things that maybe
You're
just
over.
not that important.
Yeah,
Like it's life is going on
maybe
just
you quit
fine
shaving.
without him.
Maybe you let your wispy show in your swimsuit. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Maybe
you don't care.
Maybe you don't care. Just don't get out of the lake into the boat in front of me. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna judge you. How about that? I don't care to judge anymore. I'm done judging.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's
all right, everybody.
That's her. Love you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.